I think now that we're kind of moving on from all the lockdowns and stuff like that, especially here in the United States and UK and some places like that, that we're going to start getting games coming out at a much better clip, and we're going to start getting games coming out and starting to get a lot more information about these games, because that's going to be the critical part going forward, because you have to keep the hype train going, and I feel like right now Sony's really doing that, and we have some very good information that I'm going to be happy to link below for you guys to check out. This sounds absolutely incredible, and again, a lot of people always think that these games, especially if you get a follow-up game, it's just going to be like a 1.5 or something. I think it's super important to go beyond that, and go beyond that in a big way, because for me personally, it takes more than just a sequel to make me happy, right? I want to see so much more than that, and thankfully that's what we're getting. Okay, what I mean by that is, okay, if we look at something like God of War that came out in 2018, that is such a departure and such a huge thing compared to God of War Ascension and even God of War 3, which came out in 2015. I mean, excuse me, 2013, I believe. So yeah, you have to be able to go out there and change things completely, and that, I think, is the thing that Sony's starting to do. So this really makes me happy. This really gets me excited about the future, and I hope that we continue to see stuff like this and get updates like this, because wow, I have to say, absolutely incredible to see this, and it really just kind of makes my day, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to be incredibly excited by what we go over here. And like I said, this is just some really cool stuff, top of the line stuff, man. They're really killing it, in my opinion. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. Now, if you guys are looking for a way to really help out, a simple like is pretty much all I ask. I put some time and effort into these. I know it's rebuilding and things, but just please like the video. This would be awesome. Anyway, so we're getting some information, and this sounds really cool. Right up my alley, too. So Spider-Man 2 is going to be a darker Empire Strikes Back style sequel, which I love Empire Strikes Back, and I think that's going to be awesome. So Marvel has now described Insomniac's upcoming Spider-Man 2 as a darker follow-up to the original games. Speaking on the latest This Week in Marvel podcast, the comics maker creative vice president Bill Roseman briefly discussed Insomniac's current slate of projects. And he says, and I quote, "If the first Spider-Man game was Star Wars, Spider-Man 2 is kind of our empire. It gets a little bit darker. After a relatively lighthearted and colorful first entry, plus spin-off Miles Morales, Insomniac's full-blown sequel will see Peter and Miles team up to take down Venom. It's currently set for a 2023 release on the PlayStation 5. Insomniac Games is the developer of Ratchet & Clank and Sunset Overdrive, neither of which took themselves too seriously, but it's also worth remembering it is the studio that also worked on the Resistance trilogy for the PlayStation 3 and has dabbled with other darker material in the past. So a darker turn also ties in nicely with Insomniac's other upcoming project, Wolverine, which is a little bit further off. We will eventually reveal when Wolverine is aimed to launch, according to Rossman. For more, go back to study the actual Easter eggs in the trailers. They are packed with details and other Easter eggs. So, according to this, they gave a Wolverine teaser a rewatch and spotted its cash register displays 19.74. This is likely a reference to the year Wolverine's first proper appearance in 1974. The Incredible Hulk number 181. Indeed, a number license plate for Hulk 181 can be seen above the bar. So a lot of people are assuming that this means that we might see something from the Incredible Hulk, which I think would be really cool as well. And, we're just seeing all these things kind of come to fruition, I feel like, is a really smart thing. And then there's the rumor that Sony has a partnership even further with Marvel to maybe do like an MMO type of situation, which I think would be, I guess that'd be kind of cool. I'm not really into MMOs, but I do think that would be possibly a smart thing for them to try and accomplish and pull off, considering the hype and the way that people go about like buying and supporting Marvel games. I think now is the time. The iron is hot and all that kind of stuff, so it makes a ton of sense. And just as far as where I can stand, I think that Sony will continue to exploit that, because it doesn't look like the Marvel movie craze is going to die down anytime soon. And hopefully, we'll be able to see something from Spider-Man either this year or next year, and maybe even get an idea of why we're going to see something that changes so much with Wolverine. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that it's a full-on, like, mature title, and they have hinted at that. So yeah, it's going to be awesome to see that happen in the future. And you know what? I do hope that we continue to see some great things from them. So this isn't the only bit of good information as well. This was a very shocking right now. Horizon Forbidden West developer Guerrilla Games' new job listing hints at co-op open world RPG being in the works. Now, Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West developer Guerrilla Games may be working on an open world RPG featuring co-op multiplayer, according to new job listing that has been discovered today. As reported, Guerrilla Games is looking to hire a senior social systems designer to work on a guild-like system that will allow players to team up and explore together. This senior systems designer also needs to possess detailed knowledge of narrative design and open world RPGs. Guerrilla is looking for an experienced senior social system designer with a passion for player communities and social features. Reporting to the lead game designer, you will work within a core team of multiple designers focused on social systems and player engagement, and take charge to ensure quality feature delivery. Leveraging your background and experience in system design, you will ideate, create, and share innovative features to build, engage, and nurture player interactions and relationship. As senior social systems designer, you can expect to. As Horizon Forbidden West obviously is going to be a single player experience, and now it's very close to release, it is unlikely that Guerrilla Games is working on a multiplayer mode for their soon to be released game. Although it is still possible the game may receive a multiplayer mode after launch, as what did happen with Sucker Punch's Ghost of Tsushima. There also is the chance that the studio is working on a Horizon spin-off focused on multiplayer, which could probably work quite well, given the series' very interesting setting and lore. Horizon Forbidden West obviously is Guerrilla Games' next title, was originally scheduled for 2021, but the game has been delayed into February of 2022 to ensure the level of quality that developers strive for, which is another thing I really implore and love about PlayStation developers, is they take their time. If something's not ready, then they make sure that it is ready. You have to delay it. Like, I hate delays. I think we all hate delays, but at the same time, it's just one of those things, and I can't wait to see more on it. Obviously, it's a game that I have pre-ordered. I have the collector's edition pre-ordered, and I think that pretty much says it all about what I expect from this. So hopefully that really comes to a point where people can get something that they're excited about. Like for me personally, I love this franchise, and I'm even on record as saying that I really hope that the VR version of that is something that comes out, because I think VR would be like a perfect spot for that, and realistically, it's just, I'm very hopeful that we'll get that down the line with like PSVR 2. So hopefully we get that. At the same time, I'm not really holding my breath, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, but I will link all of this stuff, and you guys can let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Thank you so much for watching. Crap Gamer out.